Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Darius Davis to return it. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They're led out by the sixth-year pro out of Oregon. Productive his entire career so far. You and I are both big fans of this guy, Justin Herbert. 1st and 10, Herbert.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted now. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
Pass him on the quick hitter. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first. Markers are reset. Here we go, ball at the 44. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. It's Herbert once more. Lays out. What a catch. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
14 yards. And the Chargers, first down.
Here's Vidal on the give. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 43-yard line.
Another run for Vidal. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
to the air on 3rd and long. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
4-yard loss.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Toss play to Barkley. He's out in the clear. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Great, set.
So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Forced out to his right. Pass complete to Goddard. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down. On the draw, it's Barkley. And they were waiting for him on that draw, weren't they? They get him behind the line. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Chargers' 49-yard line.
And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We're back to SoFi right after this.
No touch.
We're going to go with Barkley on the counter. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Throw here, 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Would have been a tough 54-yard field goal, so instead they're keeping the offense out there on 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders are all over it, so they take him down for a So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Offense is set. First and 10. From the red zone on first. Flushed out of the pocket. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Escapes the pocket, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of third down. Third and long for him here. Getting out to his left. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Now, we are still scoreless in this one as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a first and goal.
Well, he's over there looking like some kind of genius right now, Kate, but nobody, and I mean nobody, you, me, anybody in the building, thought that that was going to be a run. But that element surprise certainly led to the success.
LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal. Gonna run with Barkley. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Hurts looking to throw. On the move, headed right. And that's a touchdown, at least for the moment, Brock. But there's a flag out there. I think that they might wipe this one away.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
Well, you never want a penalty to take a touchdown off the board, but nobody to blame but himself here. This one's on him.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where you point a finger at somebody else, there's 3 pointing right back at you, and in this case, it was all on him. Just losing sight of where he was on the field, and he and his team lose a touchdown.
Bails out of the pocket quick. He's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get some late points and the lead. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. The Chargers and wide receiver Laz McConkey set for another drive. And he's been having such a great season in this offense. You can see, actually top 5 in the league in receiving touchdowns so far. First and 10, here's Herbert. That's caught, Keenan Allen. Now he's past the 25. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Oh, he's got it. It's in close. And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers earn the chance to tie it before halftime.
For the extra point.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And they've got a little over 30 seconds to work with. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. On first down, Hurts chased out to his right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down. Final throw before the break. He's going to push one deep down the right. That's complete inside the 35.
That's interference. Defense.
Well, as we all know, halves can't end on a defensive penalty. So now we get an untimed down. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So a field goal game at the half. A good one so far, 2 quarters. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later. Let's go right through halftime and on to the start of the third quarter. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And it's been impossible to contain this guy as both a passer and a runner all season. Late in the year, look, he's the leader among quarterbacks in rushing yards. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Throw right side, caught by Goddard. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down. Design keeper here for Hurts. On the move, past the 40. Down the left sideline he goes. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Going with Bigsby here. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and and goal coming up. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
You know, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Hurts now on 3rd and goal. And this one connects with a defender, not his intended target. So that's going to force this offense into 4th and goal. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. Elliott connects there, and that'll double their lead to 6.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll bring this out to the 35. Now L.A. getting its offense all set to go. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Short pass brought in. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Running with Vidal out of the gun. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Andrew Makuba on the tackle. Brought down back at the 36-yard line.
He'll air it out on 3rd. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Barkley again here on 2nd. And this is going backwards. The defense all over that draw, and they're going to lose yards. 3rd down coming up. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run.
He's got it at the 30. And he has it all the way down to the 30-yard line.
I'll pick up the 44 yards on the play.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Eagles football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. They go to Barkley again. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Let's come in here. Hurts. Rolling left, buying some time. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. Definitely not an automatic here. This 41 yards away. Elliott connects there. And that'll make it a two-score game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a two-score game really late. It puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line. Jim Harbaugh getting his Charger offense out there for another drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. A tight end in motion now. Out of the shotgun, a give to Vidal. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory.
Chargers, first down.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he drives that punt backward on a gain of 4.
Andrew Bakuba on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Eagles' 44
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Black 80, black.
That's complete to Johnston, outright. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. All set now, 1st and 10.
14 yards. And the Chargers, first down.
Here's a give to Vidal. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Taken down.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
On the play. 2nd and 10.
Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Ladd McConkey. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
On the coverage.
380.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
Cameron Dicker on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
Kicked well, and this is good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
16.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. This is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he's been more than just his passing touchdowns this season. In fact, you can see it right here. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing scores late in the campaign. New set of downs for him from the 31. Barkley trying this up the gut. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Toss play to Barkley. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up. Shift the momentum a little here in the 4th. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Back to throw it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. First down from the 42. On the draw, it's Barkley. Kicked it outside, found himself about 4 yards as a result. It's 2nd down. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one.
A gain of 4.
And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. A lateral goes haywire. Fumble. But it looked like an eagle flew in and was first to the ball. They're going to maintain possession. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Looking to throw. They did it! He made the interception! And the Chargers have some new life in the fourth.
That's just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Fits it through the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Chargers down by a touchdown.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Motioning the tight end now. Herbert on first down. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 18 at the Eagles' 40-yard line.
Lion.
Setting up to pass. Trying to push deep downfield. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
This is an excellent job, Kate, right here by the defense to deny that big play and make them earn it offensively. If they want to reach the end zone, they're going to have to scrap and fight right through them.
And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
He's got it in the red zone. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Now Hurts getting his guys set for this 2-point play.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So after thinking it over, these guys lining up for 2.
180.
Right side, they're going to pitch it. And he is stopped. Wow, a bit surprising after he just burned this defense. But he doesn't make it across, and the 2-point try failed. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone. So the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And this could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Into the hands of Gaston. Complete. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And there's a spike. That's going to stop it at 33 seconds. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw it. That one's nabbed by Allen. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46.
Herbert to throw once more. Hits him on the out route. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
To Quentin Johnston.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Hoping to get that one to Keenan Allen. And it's 3rd down.
Reed Blankenship on the coverage.
Set.
Here he is to throw. Eagles are on it, and down he goes. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Desperation time here. Into the hands of Ganson. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. So to the victor go the spoils, Brock, as they say.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. Off we go from Cleveland. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They're led out by the lefty, 5'11" out of Oregon, Dylan Gabriel.
Going back and looking at last week's tape, just a little too up and down for my liking. It's hard to win consistently in the NFL, Mike, with your quarterback having good plays, bad plays, good weeks, bad weeks. You want to just level all of that out. Maybe you lose some of the highs, but you prevent some of the lows. And when he was good, he was really good. But when he was bad, those are the back-breaking plays that really are hard to overcome if you want to win consistently in this league.
On the ground, here's Dylan Sampson. He's got room to the 45. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Check pitch.
On first down, right back to Sampson. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Ready.
Brings up second and
Black
10
40.
at the 30-yard line.
To throw on second down is Gabriel. That's caught. It's Dylan Sampson. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Brings up third and 1.
Opposite. Green.
On third down, here's 4. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down.
Gay on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And the Browns are out to an early 3-0 lead. 3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They're led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2025 draft out of the U, out of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games, and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Out of the gun, Ward. That's to the right side and incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him...
A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he's going to be brought down. What a... of events here. He has given his guys... Back to throw is Ward. Rolling right. That's going to be incomplete. And leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. 3rd and 9. To throw is Ward. And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect. And that's how this first quarter will come to an end. On 4th down, the longtime special teams ace, Johnny Hecker, on to punt. And now, will you look at this? It's a fake. And this is going to be incomplete. So they let the punter try and throw for it. Not sure if he did that on his own. Either way, doesn't matter. They have turned it over on down. On 1st down, Gabriel. That's to the right side. He's got Corley. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game. On 1st down, they pick up 7 yards. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 2. He'll try the right side with Sampson. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough. Shotgun snap for Wolf. Open man down the field. It is Helm. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now, 1st down throw for Ward. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Ward. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. The Dog Pound celebrates. It's a win for the Browns. They bounced back from the loss last week.
football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. Has this at the 6. Escapes the defender. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. So out had the Raiders for their first possession. And laid them out. You and I have both covered this guy, Brock, a veteran drafted back in 2013, coming off a career high in passing yards last season. It's Geno Smith.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, there's no question about it.
Smith lost it, but I believe a Raider covered that one, so the Raiders hang on to possession. Wow, that was fast. Might be time to take a step back, and we just started this game. Maybe take a couple of deep breaths. Very first snap, and he nearly gave it away. That could have mentally taken them out of this game.
Yeah, for the player, a little bit easier to respond. For the coaches on the sidelines, that drives them crazy to see the ball on the ground. And we know how precious this ball is in this game. Gotta take care of it.
Smith on 3rd and short. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Hurts buys time, rolling right. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. So after the incompletion, still at that 40-yard line for 2nd and 10.
No touch.
And again, here's Hurts. Forced out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Here's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Throwing here, Hurts. Flushed down now to his left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I love that. No, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. On the move, headed right. Oh, shouldn't have let that one go. It's intercepted. And the Raiders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Now Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
It's 2nd down.
Smith setting the throw. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Defense is roaring here. Back-to-back sacks have him in a great spot to end this drive immediately. Smith on 3rd and long. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. That is exactly why you rally to the football. He got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And you can see with the stats there, such a weapon for this offense to utilize week in and week out. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
On second down, here's Barkley. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got third down now coming up.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You and I know, Kate, it's on average about 60 to 65 plays a game, somewhere between 10 and 12 third downs. And what you don't want to do is start 0 for 2 in that call.
Has some daylight through the 40. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. And the first carry here for Ashton Jeanty. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here.
It's a gain of 5.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to the link right after this.
Here we go.
Play fake, here's Smith. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. It's the 5th time they've gotten there for a sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down. Air it out on 3rd. Hauled in by Lockett, right side. And the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break, Brock, as they force this 4th down. A.J. Cole on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he stays under this one. Wow, great punt. Unexpected fair catch at the 5. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw. Escapes out to the left. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Starting this drive with a design run. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Smith to the air now. From the pocket, Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Brought in by his back here. It's Jeanty. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. Looking inside the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap to Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's taken in by Tucker. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down.
Never eat shredded wheat. North, east, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on 3rd downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
4th down, Smith. He will not escape the rush on 4th and goal. That's a sack. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can get home. And boy, did they ever in a big moment.
First down throwing for Hurts. Getting out to his left. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. And gain 11 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Barkley. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that first down run. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Gain of 11.
The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
They're going to run with Barkley. And he'll ball his way in for a 4-yard pickup.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the 1st and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
Here's another for him. And he's in this time. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get their first points of this game just before halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Raiders going to get the football one final time in the first half. And with field position and the clock against him here, probably not going to see anything of substance. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen and crew, thrilled to be with you from the Orlando studios at EA Sports, and we'll keep this one short and sweet. Just 1 touchdown on the board so far, 7-0 at the half. Will the offenses pick it back up? To find out, let's rejoin our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a 1-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Adoree Jackson now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And he's already scored once this game, something he's made a bit of a habit of this season. As we see, he's among the league's from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Jeremy Chin there on the stop.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Hurts now from the gun. Buying some time right. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. To the air on 3rd and long. Chased out to his right. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. They get 22 out of that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hurts setting up to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Darian Porter. And the Raiders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Smith back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. The type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up 3rd down. Defense is roaring here. Back-to-back sacks have him in a great spot to end this drive immediately. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
So out now comes the punter.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
All right, this is a little bit odd. I think in most spots we'd expect to see them decline the call, take the lost yards and down.
All I can think of here is they've got some extreme confidence, maybe hubris in their defense to make a similar type of play, but just tack on even more negative yards lost.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
It only took him one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Still at the 40 here, 2nd and 10. He'll work against the blitz. Escapes the pocket. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 31. On 1st down, Hurts. Flush out now to his left. Throwing this one back of the end zone. Another kick bounces off their hands in the end zone, Brock. Back-to-back chances to escape the field, and they dropped both interceptions. It's Hurts once again. Forced out to his right. Going all the way to the end zone here. And he sails that one over the end zone.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Third and long. They're going to throw. On the move. Headed right. That's caught for the first. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
It's a gain of 20.
An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Got a good handful there as it brings up second down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football and defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to keep...
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Eagles lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. One after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles double their lead to 14.
14. Raiders nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football and can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
second and inches.
This is Genty on second. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Raiders football, and they'll need to get to work. They're trailing here late. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. From the gun, O'Connell. Pass caught by Jack Besh. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10. Quarterback run here. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. Hate to say it, but it kind of feels like time, Brock. It might be time for this offense to get a little more one-dimensional because this ground game hasn't done anything. I mean, just look up at the scoreboard.
Or maybe the in-between is a little play action. I mean, everything they've done, unfortunately, has not worked. And that one, to go backwards,
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll throw, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of the football when they got a first down right in their midst.
He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
First down, a run with Barkley. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
Moving right, airs it out down. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Jeremy Chin has got it. And the Raiders have some new life in the 4th.
Kate, I think you can almost sense a little bit of a hesitant spark out there. Nobody is going to get too excited. You're still down 2 scores, but there's a little flash of hope, a little flash of optimism. Their defense just gave the offense by taking the ball away.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's O'Connell to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain. But there's the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
On third down, here's O'Connell. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
Sacked. A loss of 9 yards.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. Going left side, Bowers has it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They come through massive gain there on fourth down, give him 24 yards, and most importantly, that first down. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line.
It's a gain of
Offense in the hurry up here.
That's another Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 7.
On first down, O'Connell. He brings it in. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. The Raiders parlay the interception into points. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT.
Carlson on for the point after.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Raiders 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Chased out to his right. Took off with it again. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Set.
Looking to throw. Headed out right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. We've set it down from the 37.
Set. 180.
Toss play to Barkley. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On the draw, it's Barkley. And he can't escape, Brock. They lose yards, but defensively, no timeouts left to stop the clock and take advantage. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
No touch it. No touch.
They go to Barkley again. All he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Good running. Rips off about 7. They're still short. 4th down coming up.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4.
No touch.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6. That's another Eagle.
1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. His kick is good at the ends, but boy, Brock, we might see some words exchanged at midfield here as they add 3 to the win as time expires. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And I know it's different for every sport, Brock, so is this the point where we'd say this winning streak is official? Might have something to it. 3 wins in a row now after this latest triumph.
Well, you get to this point, and what happens is you get to that building the next day, and everybody feels good. Secretary feels good. Chef feels good. Kitchen feels good. Everybody's feeling good of stacking these kind of wins in a row.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in Silicon Valley. And with the foghorn bellowing behind us, that means it's time for football at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's our visitors and the San Francisco 49ers.
And now, faithful, please welcome your 2025 San Francisco.
On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys struggling at this point of the year, just 2 wins in their last 7 games. Opposite him, the Niners' Kyle Shanahan. His guys ready for what could be a tough one and perhaps a playoff preview come January. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Off we go from Santa Clara. Here's Sky Moore now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The 49ers come out, and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, Now to a lucrative contract for the fourth-year man out of Iowa State. From a quick slant, this is caught by Pearsall. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 33, here's second down and 6. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. He'll work forward for a couple. Sebastian Joseph Day is there for the stop. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. They pick up 17 through the air. It's good for a Niners first down.
Get set.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. 3rd and 2. Here we go.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Kittle is the man in motion. Purdy now on 3rd and 2. Caught by Pearsall. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have a Niners first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive. Kittle is the man in motion. On the give, it's McCaffrey. He'll push forward for about a yard. Jalen Jones there on the tackle.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
And this defense having nothing of it. They get them down for a loss on the play. Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll try to run for it. And he will give himself up at the end of that one.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good positive result.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. They'll get across the 20, mark them down at the 23-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They're led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2025 draft out of the U, out of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
Mike, this is a big boy game, and sometimes the unfortunate truth is your performance was the difference between a win and a loss. And I think if you asked him, he'd be the first one to say, listen, my performance last week was not good enough. I have to make better decisions. I have to be more careful with the ball and where I put it. So his ability to improve from last week's game, both in production and decision-making, is probably the number 1 storyline to follow heading into today's game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Ward. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and they have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Ready, set.
The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Shotgun snap for Ward. His pass caught. It's Chigokonkwo. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
First down.
On first down, Ward. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Here's Ward now on second down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
That's good for a Montreal first down.
Ward to throw again. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Picked off by Diop Lenore.
Okay, great.
On first down, it's Ward. And that ball incomplete over the middle. He was looking for Chim DK that time. It's second down.
Second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing is Ward. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his third and 10. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Snowhawks offense and quarterback Cam Ward headed back out onto the field. He continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone. Look at this graphic, second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 5.
At the 32-yard line.
From the gun, here's Ward. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. Out of the gun, Ward. He'll get this out wide to Pollard. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Oh, look at this. It's a fake. Oh, what a mess here. It is intercepted. Picked off by Renardo Green. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. On first and 10, Ward. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Back to throw is Ward. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field. A win here for the 49ers. They put together a complete football game as they finish this one in...
Film rooms are the forum where strategies are discussed and victories are born. Each person there has a voice and a chance to step forward with what they believe is the key to this week's game. They've been You can view the players' overall interest in your team here.
From the unmistakable buildings of the nation's capital, we've got a building that's also unmistakable in sight, but bears a new name. Welcome to Northwest Stadium here in Landover, Maryland. Up next, we're keeping it in the NFC for this one, between the Philadelphia Eagles.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. It's last season's Offensive Rookie of the Year at the helm. Brock, what a rookie season he had. Led his team to the conference title game for the first time since 1991. It's Jaden Daniels.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game he had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack while the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
Defense coming out swinging as they try backing them up further here. It's second and long. Out of the gun, Daniels. He's got Jalen Lane. Reaches the 40. Into the red zone. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 6-0 lead right away. Brandon McManus on for the PAT. The point after splits the upright. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Commanders 7, Eagles nothing.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Fields this one at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. He's going to be stopped right around the 37. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Commanders 46-yard line.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Barkley trying this up the gut. Free inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Saquon Barkley the touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles start off well to tie things 7-7.
Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return coming from the 6. Jukes away from one. He's stopped on the run back of the 27.
Washington will take over 1st and 10.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They send a tight end in.
70.
Play fake here. Daniels. Caught by Deebo Samuel. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They'll come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Hawkins holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 18.
Come on.
At the 33-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Now 3rd down.
70.
This is hauled in by Samuel. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. New set of downs for him. It starts at the 38. This is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt hitting it for the 1st time. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
19 target.
Now Daniels to throw. Has him on a quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Brings up 3rd and 9.
3rd and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
On now is McManus to kick this away.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. The Commanders have an early lead. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Play made by Deron Payne. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Here's Hurts. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Escapes the pocket. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down. The toss, running left side, it's Barkley. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal. And this is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running after this offense.
First and goal.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. And he's going to be knocked backwards. This loses yards to the 7. Second chance at 6 here. It's second and goal.
A 4-yard loss on the play. Second and goal.
They'll pitch it to Barkley. And they shove him out before he can get upfield. Third down coming up.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Hurts now on third and goal. He rolls to his right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Eagles take a second quarter lead. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can extend a play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
Commanders 10. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes first and 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Ready,
Slot man motioned over. Daniels on first down. Still on his feet. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Cowboy 80.
To throw again on second down. Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Kenny's under pressure, and he goes down. a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first-half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Toss play to Barkley. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side. So when we come back, it'll be 3rd and 7. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More coming up from Northwest Stadium. Stick around. 3rd down, Commanders in the dime. 6 DBs out there. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Forced out to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. Like they want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
And the punt team gets to this one at the 17-yard line. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Looking right, and he finds it. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first.
That's another Washington 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Daniels into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. To the line and set. Here we go. 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Daniels from the pistol. Quick slant. He loses the football. And the Eagles get to it. And they're able to push it well upfield on that fumble return. Nicely done.
And there is nothing like a defense taking the ball away for you. Right? It's all about the ball. It's all about, you hear it preach that all the time. Get the ball back.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. From the gun, a run for Kronsky Merritt. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage.
Hold the ready.
Setting up, 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Daniels. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take the lead just before halftime. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Commanders push their lead to 3.
Commanders 17, Eagles 14.
On now is McManus to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. That was Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Back to throw it. Vacates quickly left side. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, 1 play remaining in this half. One last play before the break. One final shot before the half. Escapes out to the left. Throwing this for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a lead on the final play of the half. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Wow, just perfect execution there, Brock. Nailing the fade for 6.
Yeah, and when it comes to the fade route, it really is all about timing. And as you said, the execution of it. You have to have the matchup first, but then you need to go connect. What a great play.
And his kick is good. What an ending to our opening half as they take the lead. So a 1-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hanson. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Final 3 weeks of the season are already upon us, and I'll come out and say it. It's when playoff teams become also-rans, and also-rans become playoff teams. Let's dive in. Our look around the NFL starts now. In the Pacific Northwest, the Seahawks at home to take on the Rams in the NFC West. And it's the veteran Matthew Stafford. A 17-yard touchdown pass. The Rams are going to come away with the victory. They win it by 3 scores. With that, time for a look at the playoff picture. Things starting to come into focus in the NFC here in Week 16. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Dory Jackson now to return it.